Hello everyone, I'm Asha, Assistant Professor of English Department, PSM College of Engineering and Technology. Today I'm going to take the topic hard skill and soft skill development. Before entering into the topic hard skill and soft skill development, you should first know what is meant by hard skill and soft skill. So, coming to hard skills. So, what is meant by hard skill? So, hard skills are technical knowledge or training that you have gained through any life experiences, including in your career or education. So, hard skills are learned abilities acquired and enhanced through practice, repetitions, and education. So, hard skills are important because they increase employee productivity and efficiency and subsequently improves employee satisfaction too. So, for example, in this slide they have given some examples. So apart from this, to give a clear-cut idea, for example, a doctor is doing in his profession, he is well versed in his profession. So that seems to be the hard skills. So whoever is working in that particular field, they are well versed in their skills. So that is tend to be their hard skills. So they are acquiring the hard skills through their regular practice, and they are somewhat learning through their experiences. So that is tend to be the hard skill. Even other examples too. If a person is learning accounting classes, only then they will come to know about the Microsoft Excel. And even if a person is learning about the foreign language, he should make a or have a practice over his language that he is learning, and only then he can able to speak fluently. So coming to a conclusion, hard skill means to the practice that you are going to gain through your education wise. So okay. So these are the examples of the hard skills. And coming to the soft skills, here's an examples. So this slide is fully given an examples of the hard skills: bilingual or multilingual, database management, Adobe software suite, network security. Likewise, there are many hard skills given here. If you're not that everyone is not well versed in their hard skill, because they should first know or understand or learn what is meant by network security. So through their practice, they are well versed in their hard skills. So they need to have a practice. Only then they can achieve their hard skills, and they can have a full-fledged idea about their hard skills too. So this will be more helpful in your career field, and it should be mentioned in your resume too. So coming to soft skills. So what is meant by soft skills? So soft skills are personal habits and traits that shape how you work on on your own with your others, and it is required through life experiences. It means to critical thinking skills, and it is a key soft skill many employees seek. So it is more tangible or non-technical abilities that are sought out from the candidates. So it is dealing with the communications and all, teamwork, problem solving, leadership responsibilities. So likewise, so soft skill is being involved with their personal habits, and it is not about learning through their education. That will come in the hard skills. So soft skill is apart from the hard skills. So it shows when you are well versed in your soft skills, it shows that you are well versed in the knowledge, talent, and it shows your attitude too. So your soft skill is intending about your knowledge and talent and attitude too. So here are some key skills also it is being given. For example, communication, self-motivation, even leadership qualities, responsibility, teamwork, problem solving method, the decisiveness, I mean how you take decision in a crucial situations and all, and time management, flexibility. So many things will be involved in the soft skills. So all these soft skill is more important in your career, because though you are learned with your hard skills, soft skills show your attitude, because that is more impressive in your career field too. So that is more important. And here's an example what I've told you, and it shows about your integrity, dependability, effective communication, open-mindedness, teamwork, creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, adaptability, organization, willingness to learn, and empathy. So here are some examples. So it is necessary, because soft skills tend to hard skills are saying about your talents, whereas soft skill is being related with related to one specific job, not only related with specific job, but it is relating to the universal thing. So comparing to hard skill and soft skill, so we need to first understand that both the skills are important for a candidate who else is seeking for a perfect job. So here comes a differentiation between the hard skill and the soft skill. So what is soft skills? So as a whole, I will give an explanation. So soft skills are essential to your career and as you search for jobs. So before giving your career thoughts, you should first know what is meant by. You should first understand what sort of skills a person is possessing. So that is more important. While the hard skills are necessary to successfully perform technical tasks in a job, soft skills are necessary to create a positive and functional work environment. So this is more important. For this reason, employees often seek individuals who possess proven and soft and hard skills. So some employees may prefer to select candidates who have strong set of soft skills over hard skills, as soft skills are at times more different to develop. So that is the thing. So they are just saying that we need to prove that we are well versed in both the hard skill as well as the soft skill. So how can we develop the both the skills? So here are some points. Having self-confidence, you should have a perfect goal setting. We should have the ability to manage the time as well as the stress, and team building and personality development. So these are the things. And how to improve the personal levels. Here, when the question is asked, we will be asking question to ourselves that why are we lacking our self-confidence? Because confidence level is being equalized, but whereas self-confidence is we are not capable with the self-confidence, because sometimes the negative thoughts will be fully involved with us. So we should be more careful about our self-confidence, and low self-confidence and quality of life and confidential training. So all these things are can able to improve your personal level. And here's the self-confidence. So what is self-confidence? Here's the concept. So concept of self-confidence is commonly used as self-assurance in one's personal judgment, ability and power. So it is a magical power. So why do they say it as a magical power? Means everyone is having some confidence in their life. Because everything is related, though a person is involved in career, it is personally involved too. So it is seem to have a magical power, because though you're having some lack of hard skill, your soft skill may apprise you. So it is tend to be magical power, because you can motivate yourself that we can be more able, we can develop ourselves. So self-confidence is playing a major role in ourselves, both in hard skill as well as the soft skills. So here's a question. Why do you lack self-confidence? Not that everyone will be having the self-confidence. So the reason is given here. So lack of encouragement. So lack of encouragement means there might be not enough people to encourage us, because someone might say or criticize us because you can't do anything. There will be discouragement. So this leads to the lack of self-confidence too. Constant comparison, because in your work field always there will be a comparison. So comparison tends to think ourselves that we are not capable. Why are we working in such a place? So many questions will be arising. So constant comparison too leads to the self-confidence. And over criticism. So criticism, we often know that criticism is a basic quality of a human being. So when there is a criticism, we need to overcome that criticism, and over protection too. So next is abuse and lack of skill. So as I said before, lack of skill. If you are having lack of skill, we should be able to develop those skills by trainings and through behaviors and all. You should have, though you have lack of self-confidence, lack of skills, we should have the self-confidence in developing that particular skills. So next is low self-confidence and quality of life. So here are some points. So what are the points? First is negative feelings, relationship problems, fear of trying, perfectionism, fear of judgment. So negative feelings is that not that every time we'll be having the positive feelings. Some sorts of negative things will be occurring in us. Someone we can't do, or lack of encouragements and all. So reasons are many, because our personal life is also involved in our career, as I said before. So negative feelings will make us discouraged. So negative feelings. And second thing is relationship problems. If you are having personal problems too, that will be reflected in your career. We all knew that. So third is fear of trying. Fear of trying in a sense, we should first make a try and then say that we are not capable. And if you think that you are not capable, make a try that we can do, or have some practice and spend enough time in developing the skills. So fear of trying. So next is perfectionism. So whenever you're going to a particular place, you should be more capable about the perfectionism, keeping up the time and all. So perfectionism is more important. If you lack perfectionism, surely it tend to feel that we are lacking the self-confidence and fear of judgment. So lack of self-care. So what is self-care? The person may care so little that they neglect or abuse themselves. For example, drinking too much alcohol. They are just given an example for that. And next is self-harming behavior. So low self-esteem put the person at increased risk of self-harm. For example, eating disorders, drug abuse, or suicide. So many things they are giving one or two examples, because everything, even if you are addicted with all these things, we'll be lacking our self-confidence. So we need to come over or come up with all those things. We should leave all those negative things and always surrounded with the positivity. So next is confidential training. So this training is more important for a particular person, because talk to yourself positively. If you think that the persons are not enough to make or encourage me, be yourself. You need to think that you are the best motivator for yourself. Treat yourself as you would be your best friend. So be supportive, kind, and understanding. Don't be hard on yourself that when you make a mistake. So when you are committing a mistake, you should first understand that we should avoid such mistakes and overcome such a mistakes and all. So next is challenge negative self-talk, because negative talk is most common thing. You should first come up with such a things and all. So every time you criticize yourself, stop and look for objective evidence that the criticism is true. Okay, if you realize that most of your negative self-talk is unfounded, so criticism is being found everywhere. So we should first see that whether the criticism is true or false. If you think that if you are blamed with a negative thought, first analyze that whether the mistake is ours. So if you think that the mistake is yours, try to correct and be the motivator for yourself. So only then you can have a self-confidence and come up in your life through your confidential training. So next is don't compare yourself with the others, because it's a basic thing. We shouldn't compare ourselves with the other person. So recognize that everyone is different and that every human life has value in its own right. So make an effort to accept yourself, what's in all. So we need to accept not that every person is talented in every aspects of life. So first we need to analyze what sort of skill are we possessing. We should first analyze. If you think that you don't know a particular hard skill, make an attempt and try to know the skill. And if you think that if you are don't possess such a skill, just make a try and make a development in that particular skill. And next is acknowledge the positive. For example, don't brush off compliments, dismiss your achievements as dumb luck, or ignore your positive traits. So acknowledge. We should, if you're having, though you're having 10 negative things and 5 positive things, and you should concentrate on positive more and more, so that your positive might even vanish the negative aspects in our lives. So next is appreciate your special qualities. It's a main thing. We should first appreciate the qualities that person is possessing. You should remind yourself of your own points every day. Write a list and refer to it often. So we should, if you think you can't think of anything good about yourself, ask a trusted friend to help you write the list. Because many a person don't analyze themselves. When others is saying about them, even they can utilize that and say that, or analyze or understand that they are having some particular negative or positive aspects. So you should first appreciate your special qualities. And next is forgetting the past. This is important, and concentrate on living in here and now rather than reliving old hurts and disappointments. We are living in the present life, so just concentrate on the present life and don't think about the past and spoil the present. This is the thing, because everything is related with them, with our mindset and all. So always you need to have some positive energy over yourself. So this is being given here. And next is guide for a person. So who is a perfect guide for yourself? So first, the perfect guide is yourself through practice. So tell yourself a positive message every day. Buy a set of inspirational cards and each day reading out a new card and carrying the card's message with you all the day. So positive inspirational cards. Inspirational cards is more important, not that card, but whereas if you think that a positive message every day, surely your negative things will vanish. If not, you can make it right. Next is stop worrying. Shouldn't worry about the future, what will happen, because present is given here means you should just think about the present. So accept that if you can't see or change the future, and try to keep your thoughts in here and now. So you should stop worrying. And next is have fun. Not that work is being serious, that is the basic thing, but whereas we should have little fun, because it will come as a new world to yourself, because it schedules enjoyable events and activities into every week, because having fun even motivates you that you are enjoying your work, and you can be the motivator to yourself too. And next is exercise. Exercise seems to relate to the health, and it is such a good boost to your brain for all kinds of things, but especially in combating depressions and helping you to feel good. Targets needs to be step by step, such as starting with a walk round the block once a day, enrolling at a local gym class, or going for a swim. So these are the basic things that is required for the exercise and all. And next is be assertive. Communicate your needs, wants and feelings, beliefs and opinions to others in a direct and honest manner. We should be always when you are honest way, because when you are talking to a person, be direct to that person. You shouldn't talk indirect or create some negative thoughts to the other person. You should always be the motivator to the other persons in motivating or encouraging their personal skills too. So next is practicing the above suggestions every day. So here are these are the points. So guide for a person, you are given 5 points. So try to have some sorts of practice so that you can be the guide for yourself. So next is goal setting. So Edwin Locke. Edwin Locke is an American psychologist and a pioneer in goal setting theory. So that person is giving a statement or a theory relating to the goal setting. Because when you are entering into the career, you should have a goal. Because goal is what the target, what we are moving our life. So we should have a goal setting in our life. So what Edwin Locke is saying or proposed is that the intention to work towards a goal are a major source of work motivation. So this theory has been supported in in more than 1,000 studies with all types and levels of employees. To motivate, goals must have specificity, commitment, challenge, and the feedback. So it always goal setting is always related to your career. So it is more important for a individual candidate in achieving their target in their career. So only then, if you're having some goal setting, your hard skill and soft skill both will be carried over there. So goal setting is one of the main things. And here are some 5 principles of effective goal setting. Locke and Latham. So two peoples are being, as I said before, he is a psychologist. Even Latham is also a psychologist. So they have both have given 5 principles to achieve the goal setting. So what are the 5 things? Clarity, challenge, commitment, feedback, and task complexity. So first is clarity. So what is clarity? So goal must be specific and clear. So whatever goal you are going to set, it should have some clarity, because you shouldn't have some doubt. What sort of a goal should be possessed, or in doubt you shouldn't make a goal setting. You should have a clarity and clear and specific in your goal setting. And second is challenge. An easy or tedious goal is motivating, but keep a realistic balance. Don't expect anyone on your team to spin straw into the gold. So that is, you should have some challenge that we can do. Or so what if you are taking a risk in your goal setting, have some enjoyment, that you can balance both the positive as well as the negative. You should have some challenge in your life. And next is commitment. So your employees have to understand and buy into the goal from the outset. So commitment is more important in your career field, whereas feedback, provide regular feedback through the whole process. This helps to keep the goal on track. Sure, because feedback is necessary. Only then we can know what is our plus and what is our minus. Even if a person is unable to know about themselves, when others are saying or giving their feedback, try to accept or welcome the feedback. And if the feedback is tend to have some negative things, try to change it as positive. Never ever discourage yourself. That is one of the principles in goal settings. And fifth principle is task complexity. So think about realistic time scales and break down the process into sub goals with regular reviews. You should first make a review or have some complexity. So these are the 5 principles of effective goal setting. And next is time management. So time management is one of the main thing, because we need to keep up the time. We need to manage the time. So it is a process of organizing and planning how to divide your time between specific activities, because within a certain time many works will be given to a particular person. We should be more specific that within a time what work we should do, or we should how we should complete the work. So time management is more related to yourself. So good time management enables you to work smarter, not harder, so that you get more done in less time, even when time is tight and pressures are high. So here what are they saying? So we should always work in a smarter way than the hard way, because though if you are having lengthy work to do, if you are going to do smart work, your time will less. So that is the concept they are trying to say in the time management. Though if a pressure is being pushed over you, you should first try to balance it. You shouldn't get suppressed with that pressures and all. So you should be more confident, and that you can manage the time. Failing to manage your time damages your effectiveness and causes stress. Even if you are lacking in your time management, it leads to stress. And so why time management setting is important means, for the betterment of task management, higher productivity, no stress levels, better work-life balance, missed deadlines, Poor work quality, higher stress levels, work imbalance lead to burnout. So these are the reasons why time management is important. So next is time management tips. So time management tips, here are some of the tips given here. Waking up early, make your day longer, set smart goals, find a good time, keep mornings for myths, most important task, discover your zone, block distractions, get them out of your life, no multitasking, quality over quantity, take some small breaks frequently, refresh or rejuvenate, find inspirations, quotes, videos, audiobooks, sleep at least 7 to 8 hours, do less but impactful, use an online calendar. So these are the time management tips that we need to continue, because waking up early is a basic quality. So we need to set some goals in our life. Even though you are not fixed with your career, we should first have goals in our life, and then we should find a good time when to do a particular work. We should find the good times in all things, and we should make our own zone. If you are unable to make a zone, just try to have a discover. So next is, if you're having many distractions, if you're not able to concentrate in a particular work, find the reasons why are you getting distracted, so that if you find, you can block all those distractions. Okay, so next is no multitasking. So multitasking works even blocks some of the perfectionism, because when various works are being given to you, we are not able to do every work properly. We'll be having one leg here and one leg there, so we should always have limited task in a work. So always try to avoid multitasking work, and quality over quantity. So next is have some small breaks frequently, because if we are working for a very long time, we will be unable to do the work in a proper way. We'll be getting tired and all. So we should always have some small breaks, so that we can have a refreshment in ourselves. So always taking breaks is more important. And next is finding inspirations. So as I said before, inspiration is more important, because not that every time every person will be coming and motivating us. So the best motivator is ourselves. So how to motivate means, we can see motivational quotes for every day, and we can even see the motivational videos and audio books too. So once you hear the audio books, you can able to motivate yourself and being an inspiration. So once if you are doing all those things, even you will be an inspiration to the other persons. So once you are being given a long stretch to work, you will be tending to feel tired. So you should always sleep at least for 7 to 8 hours a day. So given for 24 hours, we need to sleep at least for 7 to 8 hours, and do less but impactful. Though if you are working for a lesser time, you need to be impact. So whatever thing you are doing, it should create an impact to the other person. Okay, though a person is doing a small work, is proper enough, so that it creates good idea to that to the other persons. So always we need to do impactful way in your career. So next is use an outline calendar. Online calendar, because online calendar, why are they saying this means, we should first split up the work for every day. So once you are just splitting up the calendar or day's work, you can have some refreshment in your life too, because once you are fixed with the schedule for the day, you will be targeting, so that you cannot, or you can't able to think about the next day. So you can only concentrate on that particular day. So always have some calculation over the times. and try to have some time management tips. So how to improve your pH level? So that is more necessary because communication skills, so communication and all, it is coming under the soft skills. So attitude towards your life, restoring your ethics, interpersonal relationships, so leadership qualities. So maximum these all things is relating with the soft skills. So communication, developing the leadership qualities. So everything is more important to you because it is important to distinguish between the hard skill and soft skill, because both are valuable and required for an employees across all industries and working environment. While soft skills are more to do with personally and non-technical abilities, but the hard skills are skills that can be taught through formal education or training too. So these skills might be developed through university or college attendance, online courses, on the job training and other classes and training environments. So hard skill encompass the specific knowledge or abilities and expertise required to do a particular job successfully. So we should always concentrate in our both the skills and all. So soft skill is not just important when facing external customers and clients in our career. They are equally important when it comes in interacting with the colleagues. So employee values soft skills because they enable people to function and thrive in teams and organization as a whole. So we need to be more conscious about our hard skill as well as our soft skill. So a productive and healthy work environment depends on the soft skills. So after all, the workplace is an interpersonal space where relationship must be built and fostered. Even the leadership qualities is more important because leaderships come under the soft skill that is required for every individual who are going to the works. So all these qualities are more important for your pH, to improve your pH level.